Alrighty, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Wanted to recap this race. One that I ran recently. Would have been June 18th. So just in case we're watching this one day down the line. We ran this race on June 18th. Smaller field. Is a league race. It was kind of I guess more or less a practice league race for these guys. But I wanted to join and get some laps in. It runs on Monday night. I'm typically not home a lot of Monday nights where I can run this series. But I wanted to at least show up for this practice race, have some fun. And I wanted to really just get more laps in New Hampshire because this is not a place that I'm super great at. We are in the black number 20 Toyota here, Mobile One sponsorship. I think we're car number 71 actually at the time of recording. We didn't even have a number selected yet. And the banner's all jacked up because of the template. On the car there, so we just have to overlook some of the minor details. But the schema looks really nice from afar, so can't complain too much there. I didn't know any of these guys coming into this race, so I was just kind of interested to see, what the racing might be like towards the front of this field, or at least with the guys that were showing up for this little practice race. They did run the race tonight. And I was not at home when it started, so I didn't get a chance to run this race or try to qualify in for it. But I think I might try to run a few of these races coming up in this league on Monday nights if I'm home and I have some time, because I think it would be some good competition to race against and be pretty fun. So what we have here, I'm sure you can see on the screen, we got a 100-lap race, and we're starting in 6th. We didn't have a great qualifying run. We only got 2 laps of qualifying. We didn't even get any practice. I kind of just hopped on last minute. Wasn't even sure if I was going to do this race or not. But like I said, I just wanted some more laps in New Hampshire more than anything. I'm so bad here in the truck, and some of the other leagues I've run wasn't as competitive as I wanted to be. There we go, and away we go. So lap 1, get away pretty decent. Got a battle out in front of us there, and I'm actually going to go to the chase cam because it's kind of hard to watch this. And well, that's not bad of you, TV3. Miss too much of the fun here. Blimp view. I thought maybe I could get up alongside the 39 and clear him on the high side. He was battling real hard on the bottom there. I decided I was just going to let him go. 101, not sure exactly what happened to him, but he slid up and hits the fence. I get on the gas coming out of this corner, and it just unloaded on me. It just completely unloaded on me. Scraped the nose on the wall pretty good. If we rewind, I'm going to go to my in-car here. You'll be able to see how it just unloads. I don't know if you can see my wheel down there, but you can see the hands of the wheel. But we're going. Everything seems fine. We start to throttle up. All right, nice and straight, and it just whipped around. Super strange. Car felt totally fine, and then it just whipped around on me. And then I kind of panicked a little bit. I got the wheel upside down, and then I'm trying to find where my paddles are to get it back in reverse. Get out of here. We lost all sorts of time there. And we get it back going. So take a look behind us here. The 58 is out front. The 2's following him. The 101 already made his way back up to 3rd, and then these guys are back here battling. Not going to bore you a whole lot with what happens next, but right rear was super hot for some reason, so I go in here and just about lose the dang thing. Sliding all the way through the corner, you can see the wheel input down there, just getting after it to try to get this thing back underneath me. And then because of what just happened, I'm going to have to take it really easy for a couple laps here, and just be extremely careful on it. I see nowhere near full throttle, and I'm on the straightaway before I'm ever even close to full. See if we can whip it ahead here before too long. Looks like there's finally a caution, maybe on, let's see, that one's a 32.4. See if we can find out what that caution was. Looks like the 58's fine. Oh, there it was. So the 8 got tore up. Let's see what happened to him. So he's behind the 39, running by himself, and coming off to the corner, and it looks a lot like what happened to me. It just unloaded on him off the corner, and he goes into the inside wall. Barry waving the crap out of the yellow flag down there, doing a heck of a job as the flagman. He'll spin it around. I'll eventually come around the track, I hope. I do catch up. There we go. So there I am down there. We'll go to the chase cam from here on. So I actually got really lucky there with the caution. But once things got strung out, I was kind of maintaining pace with the guys behind. The leaders stopped catching me, and they were just kind of holding serve there. We were just trying to trade lap time back and forth. See the Rebel Alliance X-Wing fighter pilots going to work on the car, doing a great job for the Rebellion. And away we go. We'll start behind this 8 car. We did have one quick repair in this race. I did not have to use it. I actually didn't even have any damage from sliding and hitting that inside guardrail. So that was kind of lucky that I didn't have anything or any damage there. We'll go ahead and whip it forward to the restart here. I'll put it fast forward for a second. Trying to make this as quick as I possibly can. Here's the restart. Got an okay launch, not great, but I'm all the way at the back. I didn't want to wreck it again. Already, looks like I was at the 58, sitting in there and about lost it. Car was super unstable, especially for the first several laps, and then it would kind of get a little better over time. Hey Cam, I'm doing the YouTube video for my race last night. Yeah. So right here, I was just kind of biding my time, waiting for something to happen in front of me, and I believe there's a caution coming, and yeah, there it is. The 8 gets into the 77, and that's going to bring out a yellow. I actually wanted to see the caution because I was trying to get by this thing as quick as I could. I think the 8 maybe just... Oh, he did a heck of a job not to get hit, or rather the people behind him. And that did bring out the caution, even though he didn't hit anything. We just ran a couple laps on our tires there, so no need to pit. Whip it forward to the next restart. Looks like we're going to be restarting in 5th place. So getting ready to go here. I actually think I got a pretty good start this time. Yeah, not great, but a little bit better. At least the guy on the outside didn't get to me. Go all the way to the bottom, drove it in pretty deep. I'm actually going to get even with the 77 in the middle of the corner. Like I said, very hard to get back to the gas. And I'm just going to slot in line here. Oh, and actually get punted by the 101. I thought I did a pretty good job of slotting up in line there. Yeah, he just way overdrove it. Just drilled me in the bumper. It actually kind of helped me because it propelled me down the track, and I was able to get to the inside of the 77 pretty easily. Great drive off of the corner. I think I actually should do some shifting here to get it into the fourth position. Almost got him cleared, not quite. Now we're going to be even down the back straight. I have to battle really hard here early in the run to maintain my position. Don't want to get freight trained. Lucky he slid up there. We're still side by side. Still fighting hard. So I got downshifted there in the center of the corner. And we're going to take off again. I think right here I'm finally almost going to get him. I should have slid up in front of him, but I didn't want to just completely cut him off. To dive it in. I throttle up right in the center of the corner. I get clear. I get loose. He bumps me in the rear. I had to do what I had to do to get in front of him there. I wanted that spot. So now we're in a good position. We're P4. We're going to try to diamond this one off to try to get away a little bit. That seemed to work pretty good. And now we've driven away now clearly into fourth. The guys in front of me are running really high up the track and then diamond the corner off. I don't know if they were meaning to do that. It was very easy to unintentionally do it. The setup was just, well, it was bad. It wasn't very good. And I was just having to drive through it the best I could. The twos lost the lead to the 75, 39's to the inside. And now we're going to be brought into the mix here pretty quickly. Already a quarter of the way through the race. We still have 2 more sets of tires laying in the pits. But we were given a full tank of fuel for this race, so we were actually good to the end, based on Cameron's calculations, who was on the box for this race. And through about 27 laps here, we're just, once we got into fourth, we're just kind of cruising for right now, and waiting for maybe someone to make a mistake, or if not, we can jump up there once the tires start to go. Go ahead and whip this forward a bit. We'll subject you to all the boredom of running lap after lap in fourth place. And they start getting racy up there. 39 starts getting a little bit impatient behind the 2. I can tell he's starting to burn his stuff up just a little bit. And once he does that, it's time to go. So here we go. Lap 30, so about 3 laps later, starting to creep back in on this group of 3. Started to shift up to 5th at the very end of the straightaway. Just get a little bit more out of the car. I don't think it was the fastest way to get around, as we see later, but at this point in the race, it's the thing I knew how to do best. It seemed to work on the front straightaway to shift up to 5th, but not on the back straight. If I shifted up to 5th, it was immediately right back down to 4th. There was no time. So it didn't really make sense to shift to 5th at all. And the closer you got to someone's bumper, the harder it was to get into 5th gear. Basically just had to ride around in 4th. Starting to work over the 39 now, trying to figure out exactly where we're going to be able to get either inside or outside of him and make the pass. I really want to go to the outside if possible. It's a little bit easier to complete a pass up there. I'm honestly trying to bait him into doing something on the 2, but then he got really loose. Thank God he didn't slide down into me. But didn't get him to go to the inside of the 2, but so I could jump on the outside. But we did get him to make a mistake overdriving. So up into 3rd, and now it's time to go back to work on the top 2. I feel like I'm a little bit faster than at least the 75 at this point, so I'm really just following the 2 car. My plan is to let him get the 75 and then to work over the 2 when it's just me and him out front. I really don't want to try to make any bold moves on the 2 right now because I feel like he's faster than the 75 car. So no reason for me to run up there, burn my stuff up to try to get him and then not have anything left to battle the 75. Or put myself in a situation where I'm got the same kind of tire wear the 75 does. So, and we have a long way to go. I mean, 100 laps at New Hampshire is an absolute eternity. So we're only on lap 35. We continue to circulate here. There's some actually good race in this first part of the race, and then the back half I'll probably have to fast forward a good bit as we're just kind of making laps more or less. All the while I do want to highlight that the 101 is hunting me down. He's like right behind me at this point. I know he kind of punted us off into turn 3, but he's lost a lot of time, but he's driven right back up to this lead pack. But he's at a distance where I'm still okay to race, but I definitely know he's there. This actually was a fun track to race in this particular car. It was hard to figure out, and it was difficult to drive, to say the least, but ended up being a race where if you were a little bit patient on the gas, didn't burn your stuff up, and had a little bit of racecraft, it was a lot of fun, especially once we got some green flag running in. Go back to me. Maybe we'll switch up the cameras a bit here. Do some TV style watching. So you see we're just P3 here. And if you notice off of the corners 2 and 4, I have a little bit different line on the exit than everybody else. They were cutting it real hard off of the corner and trying to keep it straight, and I was much more of a had much more of an arc going on. The 75 actually slid up, hit the wall, tore up the right front right there. So that pretty much ended his race, sadly. It broke the right front. He had to come down and pit way early. It was going to be really tough for him to make up that kind of time from that point on, especially if there was going to be cautions or anything. It would pretty much have to go green from this point on for him to have even a slight chance, and even then it was going to be real tough. So continuing to circulate here, and now I've decided it's just me and the 2, and the 101 is starting to creep in a little bit, so I need to start trying to pressure the 2 into maybe making a mistake. Go back to the chase cam for this one. And I'm not really trying to go inside of him here, but I'm just showing him the nose, hoping that he'll notice and maybe overdrive a corner or make a mistake or something, slide way up the track. Like I said, it was super easy to do that, especially if you were being pressured to make a mistake. I actually try to drive it to the outside there, just let him know that I'm a little bit quicker. And again, just really trying to pressure him into doing something dumb, more so than actually trying to make a pass. So again, looking to the inside, and then I'll get back to my line. And I think he does slide up. Yep, there it is. Slid way up the track. And I'm going to get a pretty good run off the corner here. I knew that I was getting to him by doing that, so I poked my nose down there again. I stayed down there, but I really backed up the corner. There he goes, sliding way up the track. And now we're even. I know he's going to probably have a pretty good run here, but if we can just stay even down to this corner, then I feel pretty confident myself to outbrake him. And there we go. So now we're out into the lead of the race on lap 43. So it took us a bit to get there, and I lost all talent early in the race, but now we're by. And from this point on here, we pretty much just drive away. There's really not a whole lot going on for quite some time in this race. I'm just kind of driving away and driving away. We'll go back to the 101. We'll kind of ride on board with them. Go fast forward here. I want to say they come pit somewhere, looks like around lap 55. So 55 they get up into the fence, and now they're going to come make a pit stop. So the 39 was starting to make tracks back forward. They come in on lap 56, 55, 56. We're still out there circulating, making laps. And, you know, honestly, our lap times aren't that bad, 32.2. The fall off wasn't atrocious. There was fall off, but it wasn't so bad that it was gonna really hurt you too much. Cameron kind of did the math on this one and said that if we did get caught, it would be with like 5 to go. So our plan really at this point was just to stay out and finish this thing off. You know, I wasn't really worried about my tire wear too bad. The car felt great. Tires felt great. We were good on fuel. There was really no reason for me to come pit. I was gonna just run it to the end, and you know, worst case, we got caught with like 5 to go, and we got second. So we knew for the future kind of what strategy to play here. But you can see like this guy's pretty much 40 lap newer tires than me, and he's driving away, but it's within shouting distance. It's not really until the two. I don't know, I'm going really fast here, so if you got vertigo, avert your eyes. But it's not really until the 2 catches us that we lose any kind of significant amount of time. And then the 39 goes by. There's the 2. We lost a little bit of time there. And then the caution came out. Not sure for what. I actually do need to find out why the caution came out. That would be good to know. So it looks like there's the car. When did they... Okay. I'm just trying to find out when the caution came out here. Okay, so there's the caution. Was there a cause? I don't see anything. Maybe the 77, he looks like he's maybe slow. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, the 77. Yeah, 77 sends it in there to, looks like maybe turn 1. And gets really loose and, ooh, right, overcorrects right front of the wall. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of damage. Maybe a little bit. But certainly a caution. So did want to find out what the heck happened on that one. Alright, so we come to pit on lap 78, so we're going to be on pretty much equal tires as everyone else. We do have a set lane in the pits after our pit stop, whereas everyone else is now, who's come into pit yet again, they're now out of tires. So if there was a short to medium run here, and we were to lose the lead with lack of short run speed or something, we would have been okay to come get another set of tires and maybe have a shot at it with tires. I was able to get away good on the restart, and I really wish the replay had the mirror, because this looked a whole heck of a lot closer in the mirror than it did actually on track. And Cam's just coaching me to the win here. But you can see they really were gaining on me early in the run on the corner entry, but corner exit, I mean, I was, especially after a lap or two, really gapping them on the corner exits. I could hold enough ground on the corner entry that I really wasn't worried. As long as I could not have contact from behind, I felt confident in my corner exit speed. It was really tough to not overturn the car and get it loose or spin it out or something. Was able to kind of maintain the lead here. 39 was starting to fall back. The 101 was probably the next fastest car other than me at this point in the race, but he was back there battling with the 2. And once I established my gap with 39 behind, my next objective was to just save a little bit of tire. I didn't have to drive away from the 39. I could just keep him kind of where he was, more or less, and bide my time until the 101 got up there and took over second. Then if I needed to battle the 101, then maybe a tire advantage or something would be helpful. I'm really not even trying to pull away from the 39, and I'm doing it anyway. Lap 84, got 15 laps to go. I'm just praying for no more cautions. I feel like that the 39 will hold up the 101 long enough that even if the 101 sneaks by and is a little bit quicker, he won't have enough time to get to me. So in my head, I'm just saying, please no cautions, please no cautions. The 101 and the 39 are side by side. They're touching doors. I'm happy to see it in my mirror. I'm trying to drive away now. That's a good time to try to make time when you see them. You're saving. Then they get side by side. Try to make some time while they're side by side, and then go back to save mode once you see that the battle's over. So I try to make a lap or two of good hard running here. I know the 101 is basically trading lap time with me right now, where I'll be 100th or so better. He'll be 100th or so better, depending on what lap it is. He's really driving it in hard, and I'm running about the same pace. So I really feel like if I just do what I'm doing, by the time he gets to me, he'll have really burned up his stuff, and I'll be able to maintain my lead. So I'm just doing what I know I need to do here. They're battling behind. Lap 88, so just about 12 laps to go. A little bit of a twitch out of me. You see, I'm kind of easing into the throttle all the way around the corner. I'm not really waiting on it to be perfectly straight anymore. I am giving it some gas to help it rotate. It's really not good for the tire, but I gotta go here. It's go time with just a few laps to go, and the caution comes out. I'm not sure for what. We'll have to go and investigate. I'm assuming this guy wrecks. Looks like all by himself. Off the corner, just looped it around, and there went the 77, and there was the caution. So unfortunate. He was only on lap, is that right, 84? Yeah, so he was about 5 laps down for that yellow to come out. If it was a real race, I would have been so upset. And even in this race, I was quite upset. I was like, man, just when I thought I had it won, here we go again. So we'll have it forward to the final restart here. We're coming up on, well, we're actually just past the 30-minute mark of the video. So knew I needed to get a good jump here. A little bit of help from Cam to help me get a good jump and a good launch here. Waited right to the end of the restart zone. I get going. The 101 actually got a really good restart as well. I go take away his lane. I dive it off in there. I was very, very good on the first corner or two compared to the other people behind. And now I'm just doing my best to drive away here. I know the 101's probably going to take a swipe at the bumper at some point, knowing that he's not quite as good off of the corner. I think it's one of these corners coming up. He got really close in the mirror. I don't know if he actually did. From the outside view, I didn't watch it back, but he was certainly driving really far deep in the corner, making me a little bit nervous. Once we got to the middle part of the corner and he hadn't hit me the bumper yet, I knew I was good off of the corner. So again, I'm just trying to drive my line, do what I know how to do. So we got 5 laps to go. See if we can fast forward a little bit. He's just pretty much just holding serve right now at the moment. We'll go 4 laps to go. Ooh, he gets really close there. He was really driving it in for a few laps. I knew that was probably not good for the tires for him, but as long as I could keep him back there, I really was, like I said, I knew I was so much better off the corner that as long as he didn't get to me right in the center of the corner and hit me in the bumper and unload the car, I was going to be fine getting off the corner. A little bit of a twitch there, but I kept my foot in it. I'm not sure why, or if there's any difference between the manufacturers. There's not supposed to be, but I feel like this car, the Toyota and the Cup Series, is just so much more balanced or something than any of the other next-gen cars. It just feels better for some reason. So we now have 3 laps to go. He's definitely trying some stuff going a little bit higher on the racetrack. Me and him were pretty much just running the same speed, unless one of us messed up. So, and then he started really falling off hard the last 2-3 laps. I think his tires got really hot and he started getting some pressure. Here we go, 2 laps to go, and I feel like I got a decent gap. The 58 is there on the back of the 101. He's a little bit in defense mode now, and all I have to do is do what I've been doing for the last 60 or so laps. Just run my line and not spin the dang thing out. Here we come into the white flag. The second place guys get side by side, and that's exactly what I wanted to see in my mirror. Them get side by side. White flag's out. I don't even care if they wreck. At this point, wouldn't mess up my race. Just have to get back around to the checkered flag. Nice conservative turns 3 and 4. They're banging doors. Actually, a really good race back there going on. I come through, I take the checkered flag. Winner of the race, 101 holds on to second, I think. 39 ends up 4th. 58, who led some early, was a good drive back to 3rd place. Come around here and do some loop-de-loops. So a really good race out of me. Even with the early spin, I felt like I did a pretty good job to, from that point on, manage the race, not make any more bad mistakes. I had good short run speed and I had really good long run speed, so that was really encouraging at New Hampshire, a place that I'm not very good at, and picked up the win in this little league hosted practice race or whatever. Um, you know, points race or not, I'll take it when I get it. So that's going to do it for me. And thanks for tuning in and watching the video. Hopefully you learned a few things and will help you in your next gen race. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.